Benefits of knowledge management. Knowledge management adoption is advantageous because it helps in reading, reducing cycle time, in reducing overheads, investing revenue through the application of efficient logistic system, in improving customers service by properly regulating response time, in empowering employees, in producing innovating and quality products, in creating knowledge sharing platform, in improving employees retention rate by recognizing the value of employee knowledge, in encouraging free idea flow, thereby paving way for innovation, in organizing operations in a structured fashion, and in reducing cost by eliminating redundant process, in improving supply chain management, in enhancing web publishing, in managing legal and intellectual property, in providing project workspace, in delivering competitive intelligence, in managing customer relationship, in identifying and sharing best management practice, in providing training and corporate learning, in encouraging cross departmental effectiveness. Next one is nature of knowledge management. Knowledge management is concerned with people, indirectly links what people know and how that knowledge support business and organizational objectives. It involves human competency, institution, idea and motivation. Knowledge management is not a concept based on technology. However, technology can support a knowledge management activities. Knowledge management is goal oriented structure. It is very closely linked to strategic objectives of the business, enterprise, and uses information that is most meaningful, purposeful, and practical. Knowledge management is an ever changing process. Knowledge keeps changing often and hence constantly tested, updated, revised, and considered absolute when no longer practicable, and that is the reason knowledge is observed to be to has a fluid mix. Knowledge management is value added. Knowledge management added values. It encourages exchange of ideas and involves experts from the respective field for expert advices or to educate managers in relation to recent trend and developments. Forms, councils, and borders can be instrumental in creating common ground and organizational business. Knowledge management as a vision. It motivates managers to work together towards organizational goals. Organizational goals are expressed as strategic objectives that reflect the vision of the business enterprise in the end. Discipline using knowledge management. Knowledge management applies to various disciplines such as religions, psychology, physiology, business theory, economics, cognitive scientists, information science, knowledge engineering, artificial intelligence, and management science. It applies to religion and philosophy to understand the role and nature of knowledge of individuals towards original thinking. Psychology to understand the role of human behavior. Business theory and economics to create strategic and determine priorities and evaluate progress. Cognitive science to understand how best to support knowledge works. Information science to build support infrastructure and vessel knowledge related capabilities. Knowledge engineering to codify knowledge. Artificial intelligence to automate routine and help is knowledge incentive work. Management science to optimize operation and integrate knowledge effort with the effort of other business enterprise. Knowledge management history. During the industry age, business unit practiced knowledge hiring. Most of the employees had to stick on to the performance standards prescribed by their job disciplines, and when employees achieved these objectives, job security was assured to them. They were not required to behind this. In this present information age, appointing and retaining knowledgeable workers in the organization have become to a costly affairs and an unnecessary expenses. The business units consider this retention of knowledgeable workers to be a liability. Therefore, they look measures to estimate through downloading and motivating them to retire voluntarily. However, later then realized this to be a strategic mistake because this act lead to expel organization. Intellectual assets to rectify this situation, organization had constantly firm as they practiced knowledge management. When constantly firm were involved through international networks of consultants, they started to communicate among themselves through computer networks and shared their own problem solving expertise, practicing a culture of knowledge hidden, replacing knowledge hoarding. As a result, selling of knowledge only took place and there was no inclination to share knowledge among them. The consulting firms realized this fact during 19th and recognized knowledge to be an intellectual asset. This recognition made them to understand the significance of knowledge asset, its acquisition and application, and hence started to think and implement as to how knowledge to be used in the organization. in their experience, exercise of thinking and rethinking, they succeeded in identifying a systematic approach to knowledge sharing. This line of thinking found way for recognizing the knowledge management dynamics involving the process of knowledge creation, capture, distribution, and sharing, taking the challenge of communication, tools, and learning system, changing the work culture, and building knowledge network. Research area in knowledge management. There are several important areas of knowledge of research in knowledge management for large and small organizations. The major research topics is in knowledge management are shown below. Observation, retrieval and filtering of data, information analysis, and enabling access to salient environmental data, sharing organizational goals and objectives, theory generation, elimination of slow processing and reinventions, fostering knowledge creation through small teams, reduction of formal and meetings, testing and application, enabling start to finish development and developed, effective measurement of business process and knowledge assets, management of changing requirement knowledge consolidation, methods of collective reflection, building trust for the dissemination of knowledge, retaining knowledge when employees leave. Knowledge and information. It is necessary to know the fact about data and information to research concerns on what is being tried to manage in the context of knowledge management. Further, numerous ideas prevail around corporate sectors, industry, technical conference, and academic about the meaning of true knowledge. Knowledge and information are two different concepts altogether. Knowledge is intangible while information is tangible. Information deal with fact, quantify, quantity and quality terms. Knowledge is about the mental awareness or a portion of learning process, while information is concerned and informing the working and supervising of physical objects, and knowledge represent the mental objects and has a practical component. Knowledge is dependent of the context and information is independent of the context. Information transferability is quite easy by means of regarding and retection. However, knowledge transferability is not that easy as it requires proper learning and conceptual understanding before an effective transfer. Alan Taffer clearly identified three types of age: agrarian, history, and information industry Only the information age relies to fact. Information is not knowledge. When organizations started realizing about the storage of large unsuitable data, this knowledge is an asset for the business enterprise that is intending grow and develop in the same way as that of financial and other physical assets. This the main domain of knowledge management or knowledge creation, knowledge capture, knowledge distribution, and knowledge sharing. There are separate systems to support each domain of knowledge management. Knowledge Work System KWS supports the activities of knowledge creation by using highly skilled knowledge workers and professionals who create new knowledge and supply. Example of KWS includes CAD, computerized design system, and VRS, virtual reality system for simulation and modeling. Artificial intelligence system AIS, such as natural network, fuzzy logic, and genetic algorithm support knowledge capture, which provides the business enterprises with codified knowledge that may be reused by others in the organization for knowledge enhancement. Office automation systems OAS, like word processing, desktop publishing, imaging, electronic calendars, and desktop database, helps to disseminate and coordinate the information flow throughout the organization towards increasing the information productivity, supporting knowledge distribution. Group Collaboration System GCS facilitate knowledge sharing and knowledge creation among employees, working groups, email, teleconferencing, data conferencing, video conferencing, groupware, and internet based application and groupware and internet are the example of group collaborating system.